Welcome to the Bodhi Academy. My name is Shrutika and today let us learn the last part of the chapter, that is molecular basis of inheritance from class 12. So in today's video what we are going to learn is about the Lac-Operon. So what is a Lac-Operon? So Lac-Operon consists of one regulatory gene and three structural genes. So I is the regulatory gene and Y, Z and A are the structural gene in a Lac-Operon. Gene I codes for the repressor of the Lac-Operon, and the Z gene code for beta galactoside, that is responsible for hydrolysis of disaccharides lactose into monomeric units, that is galactose and glucose. So gene Y codes for primase, which increases the permeability of the cell. So gene encodes for transacylation. So gene A will encode for transacylation. So these are the functions of the different structural gene in the Lac-Operon. So Lac-Operon consists of a regulatory gene, that is your I. Then there are three structural genes, that is Y, Z and A. So Z gene codes for beta galactosides, that is responsible for hydrolysis, and then Y gene codes for primase, which increases the permeability of the cell, and gene A encodes for transacylation. So these are the functions of the structural genes in the Lac-Operon. So lactose is the substrate for the enzyme beta galactosidase, and it regulates switching on and off of the operon. So it is called as inducer. So the regulation of Lac-Operon by repressor is referred as negative regulation, and operation of Lac-Operon is also under the control of positive regulation. So this is about the Lac-Operon. Let us see the structure of the Lac-Operon. So this is a Lac-Operon wherein this I is the structural gene, and these are the I is the regulatory gene, and Y, Z and A are the structural gene. So what happens is the repressor binds to the operator origin and prevents RNA polymerase from transcribing the operon. So then after that what happens is the repressor mRNA gets transcribed in the presence of inducer, and it will form from the Lac mRNA, it will form beta galactosides primase and transacylation through translation, and then you will get the then the these are the products which are formed from the different enzymes which are present in the Lac-Operon. So this is how the structure of Lac-Operon is. Now let us study about the Human Genome Project. So Human Genome Project was launched in 1990 to find out a complete DNA sequence of human genome using genetic engineering technique and bioinformatics to isolate and clone the DNA segment for determining DNA sequence. So this was about the Human Genome Project. So what were the goals of Human Genome Project? The first goal was to identify all the genes, that is 20,000 to 25,000 in human DNA, determine the sequence of 3 billion chemical bases pairs that makes up the human DNA, then store this information in database, improve the tools for data analysis and transfer related information to other sectors to address the legal, ethical and social issues that may arise due to this project. So these were the goals of Human Genome Project. So what were the salient features or the important features of Human Genome Project? The Human Genome Project contains 3164.7 million nucleotide bases. So the average gene consists of 3000 bases, but size vary greatly, with the largest known human gene being dystrophin at 2.4 billion bases. The less than 2% of the human genome codes for protein. So a repeated sequence makes a very long portion of human genome. So repetitive sequence are stretches of DNA sequence that are repeated many times, sometimes 100 to 1000 times. So the chromosome 1 has more genes and the Y has the fewest. So scientists have identified about 1.4 million locations where single base DNA differences, that is single base DNA differences, occurs in humans. So this was the salient features of the Human Genome Project. Now let us see what is DNA fingerprinting. So DNA fingerprinting is a very quick way to compare the DNA sequence of any two individuals. So it induces identifying difference in some specific region in DNA sequence called as repetitive DNA, because in this region a small stretch of DNA is repeated many times. So depending upon the base composition, length of the segment and the number of repetitive units, satellite DNA is classified into many categories. So polymorphism in DNA sequence is the basis for genetic mapping of human genome as well as DNA fingerprinting. So in DNA fingerprinting, what is done is DNA of two individuals can be compared, wherein there is a DNA segment which is repeated. So if it is repeated in both the human beings, then we can identify we can compare and identify the similarities. So this is how the DNA fingerprinting is done in two individuals, to compare the DNA sequence of two human beings, of two individuals. So in today's class, what we have learned is DNA fingerprinting, then salient features of Human Genome Project. We have seen what is Human Genome Project, and we have seen how the regulation of genes happens in the leg of parent. So this was about today's video. Thank you for watching today's video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to the Bodhi Academy.